So everything's good. CE levels have dropped. That's all good. My markers were improving. That was good. Everything seemed nice and rosy, which again was good. The symptoms I was getting are starting to subside, and the symptoms I did have was being treated with the medication that they gave me. Diabetes was under control. I'm eating Cadbury's chocolate now, which is good. I'm drinking beetroot juice in the morning, which looks like blood. I'll put some of these photos on the on Instagram if anyone wants to see it. It's nothing special to look at. Chemotherapy was boring, but I'd watch movies and stuff. But it was just the repetitiveness of it all. It just felt like going through the motions, and we're going on and on and on, and we're getting to that gradual ringing of the bell. So we're getting there, and I have a plan on how I would like to ring the bell, and I confirmed it with the doctor. Yep, chemo 12, signed off, everything's on. So I go out on the morning, go to the Osborne building. My Aunt Sandy comes with me and Belinda for this one because it's a special occasion. At the time, I just kept thinking, brilliant, we've made it. We've come to the end of chemotherapy now. Brilliant. That's cured it. I don't know if anybody else felt like this, but in my head, it's cured. It's gone. It's that's what this chemo 12 means. Nobody's told me any different. Nobody's told me that some stuff is going to happen after this. Nobody's told me anything different. That when you come to the end of the chemo cycle and you can ring the bell, that's not cured what I've got. So in my head, we did it. So we go to chemo as normal. I have it in, and the nurses all come out and they say, "Hey, we did it, chemo 12. You did it, well done." And they're all coming out, which is nice. I says, "Oh, can just quickly use the bathroom before I ring the bell?" Yeah, of course you can. And then I came out dressed as Superman in this skin tight Superman costume, which hides absolute nothing. So I rang the bell dressed as Superman, which was, for me, it was one of the best days, one of the best feelings. I can't even tell you how good that felt. It was incredible. It was an incredible day. We walked downstairs and there was a lady doing some sort of promotion. She asked if she could take a picture for a magazine. I said absolutely. Then we went home. I stayed in the costume for as long as I could. We had decided we were going to pick Sophie up from school that day, dressed as Superman. So we did. So I'm walking through 1,000 kids dressed as Superman, and they're all stopping and they're all taking pictures, and Sophie sees me, and then she's not too happy that I've just embarrassed her, and she refuses to walk with us. So that was fun. We thought, just to stretch this nightmare out a little bit more for her, we'd go to Subway, which is one of the sweetest stories I think I can tell. We went to Subway, and as we walked in, there was a little kid, probably about 5 or 6, with his dad. And I'm still dressed as Superman at this point. We walked into Subway and he says, Dad, Superman's just walked in. And he asked his dad if he could have his photo taken with me, which was absolutely brilliant. So I had my photo taken with this tiny little lad, and it was a great day. It was a great feeling. Fun story, last time I dressed as Superman, I was drunk many years ago, and I thought I had the powers of Superman, and I walked into the middle of a road and tried to stop all the oncoming cars because I felt I was that strong to do that. Don't get drunk and dress as a superhero. It's not going to work out good for you. Luckily, my friends dragged me out of the way and I was okay. But yeah, the ringing of the bell day for me was very, very bittersweet. It was sweet in the fact that I'd got there, I got to ring the bell as Superman, I got to have all these memories and all these photos taken. It wasn't until I got home that I was like, because I've got the pom-pom, so I know I've got to go back on Monday, but what now? What happens now? Now I've had chemo 12, what now? So I know there's an appointment in to see the doctor to talk about what happens next. But I'm now left with going through 12 rounds of chemo, knowing what's going to happen every other week, to I haven't actually got a clue what's happening now. What is happening now? What's the next stage? What's going to happen next? So I'll go through that in the next video, what we were told and what the plan going forward was. And that actually leads on to one of the biggest messages I've got through this. You can't rely on the NHS to cure you. I know this sounds stupid. Obviously do operation. I'm talking about this disease. Hopefully my story is different to other people, but my story was everything that happened after this was because of us. It was because of what Belinda did and all the research that she did going forward. We had no help whatsoever, and the standard of care is to treat the disease with a standard form of chemotherapy. That was never going to help. It was just prolonging, which is going back to what the general hospital said. Well, we'll try it and see what happens, but so many more lives could be saved. They really can. But there is no, again, I'm only speaking from my experience. I can't speak from anybody else's experience, but in my experience, there was no other avenues to go. So I'll go through that a little bit, what that means in the next video.